So in my whole relationship with fear, just to kind of summarize it back from the beginning to now, there was always this intent that the fear should go away quick. I wanted to become free from fear. While in my school, I just lived with it. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know about anything about development and awareness and all that. It was a very familiar feeling, especially during the exams and stuff like that. I used to live with it, and I was very happy and comfortable with it. Later on, as I started, developing myself, looking at myself, I said, hey, what is this thing? So first I want to talk about fear, and then I want to talk about response, and then we'll do some very simple, small practices around it. Fear to me is a contact we are making. So for example, I'm going into the forest in the night and walking in the dark at about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Maybe I'm very sensitive, so I'm picking a movement or a smell, of a snake or something in the background, and I could experience it as a fear. So while the experience as a fear is actually a contact with something unknown, and there is a communication being made, and I may respond to it in any which way by just being more alert or careful. So often, fear is a communication, it's a contact we are making with something new, foreign, something maybe not needed is one understanding of it, while at the same time it could be a step forward, something new, our own next step. So when our future or a great opportunity comes, also often there is fear. Okay, so like once I had a fear for 10 months and I couldn't understand it at all, and after 10 months I realized that there was something that was going wrong in a particular part of the collective, and it was trying to communicate to me in the form of fear, but I didn't understand. I was always wanting that fear to go away. Okay, and now in the recent year or two, as I've been kind of trying to make more progress in my work, in myself, I've now started to understand that perhaps it's very important to live with the fear. Okay, some fears are baseless, that's fine. Okay, then maybe we can get rid of it. Okay, but most of the fears have something to communicate, and until it communicates, I think we can learn to live with it, to be with it. And that's the take or the angle that I'm taking today. Even recently, when I had to go through a very interesting experience, which was life changing, and at the same time quite difficult in terms of my own capacity to deal with it, there was fear. Not huge, but mild. Okay, and yeah, fear is a contact, correct? Yeah, and yeah, if you have anything, just put it on chat, and then I'll pick it up. And yeah, so I picked that, what recently was going on, that this is a contact with something very new, and this time, instead of wanting the fear to go away nor disconnecting from the contact, because that would have robbed me of the opportunity of learning or growth, I stayed in connect, and as I said, it was a great opportunity for growth. And thus is where I've learned this new response to fear. If fear is visiting you, take it that you're making a contact with something. You're making a contact with something. Now, that what you're making contact, it could be a human being, it could be an opportunity in your business or in a family, or in your work or whatsoever, that may be in your frequency, which means it could be attuned to you or not. For that, you need the calm perception to see very clearly and say, hey, this, though there is fear, we should as a collective step into it and explore this opportunity as team members or working professionals or as family members. Or you could turn back, look at it deeply and say, hey, this so far is fine, but beyond this, walking, it would take you away from your path, take you away from your destiny. So no, we are not supposed to move further. So that clear discrimination is going to come only when we are very happy to stay with the contact. Sometimes you won't even know from where it's coming, but there are ways to find out, and that those are the short practices I'm going to explore today. And stay with it till the fear reveals its guidance. So fear as a guide, that's what we're exploring. Fear as a guide. uh, it could be a guide to take us into the unknown, and then we need to discriminate, should we walk this path or not. But for that, we need to stay with the fear. Okay, I'll just pause for about few seconds. Those who are on the LinkedIn hearing this, if there's any question, just put it on chat. If not, we'll slowly move to the practice. We're talking about all kinds of fears, fear of a new opportunity, fear of a new boss, fear of a colleague, fear of a new person, uh, fear of growth, fear of losing something, fear of a new life, fear of walking your path to the fullest. It could be anything. We're just picking that up. Okay. So we'll move into the first practice. All the 6 practices are very tiny, geared so that you can do it with eyes closed or eyes open, and they are to help you to go within the vibration of fear inside you, within the movement of thought of the fear inside you, so that you can be there but not associated with it. That's the whole thing. You're not entangled with it. You're with the fear, and yet you're very calmly, as a witness being with it, so that you can get its guidance. Okay. So to do this exercise, you need something to take as a sample. So pick something in your life recently where there is some fear. uh, I mean, rare is a person who doesn't have fear. It could be something of the past, it could be something of the present, or it could be something of your future. Some particular area where there has been fear across time or in the recent past, just pick that area. I'll give you like about 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the first exercise, which is be with the fear with our breath. Okay, so I'll guide you through it. Just close your eyes and connect to the situation where there is fear. Place your attention on the situation or person or opportunity where there's fear. Not disconnecting from the fear, now you're disconnecting from the person or the opportunity. You're just maintaining the connection, but you're with your breath. We'll do this for a minute. And sometimes when you're doing it, you will notice the fear energy could get stronger or lesser. Both are okay. We want to first observe before we decide. Continue as I speak so that we learn to do these practices with eyes open in real time. So this can be done for anything. Let's say there's a health challenge. Okay, there's a fear coming in. You need to know what to do. Okay, and from what others are saying, from what the net is saying, from what the doctors are saying, but our body is our greatest doctor. So we need to know. So to know what is the right thing, we have to be with the fear so that we can go deeper into that what is troubling us at the health level and understand it. So the example is also on health. So be with the fear for another few seconds with your breath. So the first 4 exercises are about being with the fear. The last 2 exercises are transformation, which means we're not necessarily wanting the fear to go away, but we are giving a support to the fear, like that we can say, like a transformation. So the second step is very simple. We go to the body. Now, across ages, we have not understood the body well, but thanks to some path-breaking work which has been done by few people who have had the capacity to go deep into the body, we are slowly learning, and there's been a lot of interest over the last couple of years also to understand the body, to understand the cells. Okay, many people are not aware of the cells of the body; they're just aware of the reactions or pains of the body, but the body cells are very precious. Okay. So now we're just going to connect to the body. We're going to go into the body. So go back to the same fear. And so you can close your eyes and just follow the process. Connect to the same fear, either what's been over the past for several time or in the recent past. Connect to the fear and feel where in your body the fear is living. For me now it's in the navel. I'm also working on something as I'm guiding you all. So the fear is parked on my navel. So observe for you where in the body the fear is hitting or impacting. You'll feel it as a sensation, as a cringing, a tightening, or a pain. Again, don't come with an agenda of wanting it to go away. It'll go away on its own when you've got the message and you've got into the right action. So bring attention to that part of the body where there is fear, there's sensation, and just breathe into the sensation. Breathe into the body in a natural way. Allow your breath to touch that part of the body and the breath for a minute. I'll continue to speak. Let it flow in. Your breath carries a consciousness on its own. It's like water. By itself, it's free. And if you have done some kind of an inner work, whatever state that you're accessing will be present in the breath also. Breath carries consciousness. So when some parts are getting stuck, it's not that we're breathing in for the fear to go away. Let's not be in a hurry. We're just breathing so that the fear or the region of the part that is contracting just gets a support of your own consciousness through the breath. Okay, so that's the second practice. Now it's the same practice. We just take it one step little deeper if you can. If not, it's okay. Same, you're in the body and there is fear. Just slowly pay attention to the vibration. Okay, there will be a vibration of the body, there will be a vibration of the fear. Same thing, the third practice is just a little subtler. You were in the body, now just focus on the vibration. And in the beginning, there will be very less, but just wait and allow the vibrations to open up. There's a friend of mine recently was saying that, just being aware of the vibration itself suddenly opens the region, and then the knowledge comes, the wisdom comes on what to do. So for a minute, just allow the vibrations to become aware for you. Allow your breath to go into the vibrations if you can. Now, if you are doing this, you will actually start feeling that, yeah, it's okay. The fear, let it be there. Now you have some support structures that you're giving to the fear, your own breath, the sensations. We have done 3 practices so far. You're getting familiar with the fear, let it be there. But you're not entangled if you see now. If even if you've done it to some extent, you'll see that you're slightly free from it. The fear is there, yeah. You're neither shutting your eyes, nor you're getting worried about it. You're not entangled. So you're there. And then by itself, it'll open up. It'll show you. And that we can't do it necessarily now, but it'll open up. Okay. We go to the 4th practice, we go to your thoughts. Okay. So it's a very simple thing. Mostly the thoughts are in this region. So you'll go up in your thoughts and you just carefully observe what are the thoughts of this fear. And then you'll see that the mind makes movies. It'll show you the worst situations. It'll show you that what will happen that will put you into trouble or worse conditions, etc. Well, it's good in a way, to prepare for the worst. It's a good strategy, but we don't want to get entangled. So just move your awareness to your thoughts and just wait and see what are the thoughts that are getting exaggerated away from the reality, exaggerated because of the fear. And again, just direct your breath into the thoughts. Just direct your breath into the thoughts. You're recognizing thoughts of fear, just giving some support to those thoughts. You're just giving your breath to the thoughts like that for a minute. And then that's the 4th practice. Now we're going to do the linking part. By the way, the kind of practices that we're doing will not just benefit you alone, it'll benefit others also, because we're doing it at a fundamental level. So even if you do it and if you continue to do it, just people around you will get a natural benefit over time. Okay. So we go to the 5th and 6th. It's very simple. You want to connect the fear to intuition. That's it. So far we became friends with the fear. We're not in a hurry wanting it to go away. Neither are we getting entangled. So we are connected so that it reveals its message. And we're not running away from the person or running away from the situation. We're okay to wait, do what is right. Once you get the clarity, okay, this much I should do, this much I should not do, follow it. But for that, we also need the intuition. So we're just going to connect the fear to the intuition. Very simple. Okay. So symbolically, we're just going to connect. What is intuition? A sudden inflow of knowledge, a sudden inflow of insight. Okay. So we're just going to connect the fear to two regions in us. One is just above the head, which symbolizes a part of us where it is not so much noisy in the mind, but a little bit more free, like that. So what we will do right now is we'll just connect to the entire body and connect to the fear wherever it is in the body, and simply just also pay attention to the region here. That's it. And you could experience this as vastness, or just space, or some people just experience it as a domain like a sky. Like you'll just experience it like a light or something of so anything is okay. So you're just giving an anchor saying that even though there is fear and there are thoughts and sensations, there is a region, where intuition can come in, which is free from it. So symbolically, we just connect here. Close your eyes. And we'll just stay in awareness for a moment. So just connect to your body and just become aware of the fear as it is present right now in your entire body. Be with it, be with your breath. You're with the person or the situation also. You're staying connected. You're not disconnected. There's a particular person or an opportunity or a family or a business situation or whatever. You have that in your peripheral inner eye. Yeah, it's okay. It's there. You don't have to cut away. It's only when you keep it there that you'll know what's the right action. Let it be there. And whatever is your response, which could be slightly different right now since we've been working, but whatever is there, you pick it up and your inner reactions and the situation, keeping attention on both, place your awareness above your head and you make that as a referral point. And you say, there's always a clear intuitive guidance, a greater wisdom that can dawn and show the path like that. So you sit very quietly for a minute with your attention on your body and the fear and other reactions, and the situation is in front, and you're just keeping your attention above the head for a minute. Continue to keep your awareness there as I talk. So in real time, what you're doing is there's an opportunity, there's a challenge. Don't take your eyes off. Stay in connect. Okay? Be aware of your reactions and don't run away from them. Be with it. Be with your breath, be with the sensations, be with the thoughts, and give them your breath. Okay, so you're there. But you need clarity. We need clarity. We need to know what is the right action. We need to know how much to go and where to go, where to wait. We need those guidances. And we're just symbolically connecting to a higher guidance. You could say that your own higher self, or you could say the universal intelligence, whatever you wish. Stay connected and make that as a referral point so you're not entangled. And then suddenly, you may wake up in the morning, you'll get a clue, or you're just walking, you're driving, you'll get a clue, or you're sitting and writing something, you'll get a clue. That's the power of linking the fear with the universal intelligence or wisdom. Okay, that's the fifth practice. Anything you want to ask, put it on chat before we go for the last one. Okay, the last practice is slightly different LinkedIn Live, if you can see, I know some of my friends are there and colleagues are there. I know some of you will be watching later. I'm just actually sharing the way I'm dealing with fear right now. What it was different from the way I was dealing with the past. I do it for my business, I do it for my training, I do it for my consulting, I do it for my coaching. So the way why we're doing it as a LinkedIn Live, why not offer it as a session, so that there's a certain imprint that goes into the collective. Somebody may hear it later, but it's also the knowledge and the sharing and the practice is available for any time anybody wants to refer to. So that it slowly moves into the collective imprint that it is okay to live with the fear till it reveals. And it's okay to do these tiny practices so that you can lead life in a very resourceful and an intelligent way. That's the reason why we're doing it in a live LinkedIn Live format. The last practice is very simple. Always connect to your aspiration in the depth of your heart, to handle situations in a manner that you can truly evolve and you can truly contribute to people for their own fulfillment and evolution. So for this, it's a very simple practice. Just go to the depth of your heart. Always, if you see light or flame has been referred in all paths as representing progress and aspiration. That's different from desire. We all have desires and we need it. But we also have an inherent born aspiration to become the best version of ourselves, to move forward, evolve, and to truly contribute to others. So just dive to the depth of your heart. If you wish, you can visualize a flame, or if you wish, you can just connect to the depth, any quality that is there, like silence or an aspiration to handle all situations in life, including fear, in the best manner so that we can all move forward. So quietly we go to the depth of our heart and we connect to the silence, love, or the flame of aspiration there for a minute. So that completes our sixth practice. So this is what I'm actually doing now for fear. Some of these practices could help you in other areas as well. Anything else? If there's something you want to ask, put it on chat. Or if there's nothing, we could just close up. And once again, to summarize, fear is a guide. Fear is a contact with the unknown. Some fears are baseless. That's not what we are focusing on. Most of the fears are a contact into the unknown. It's going to take us into something, or it could be something difficult for us that we are avoiding. So either we need to learn that skill, or we need to expand ourselves to move into the unknown. Both ways is going to come only when we embrace the fear, but we're not entangled. And that's where these small practices help. But yet, we need the intelligence, we need the insight. For that, we connect the fear to the intuition and wait. And as we get the clarity, we move on. Thank you so much, Shada Umaya. Thank you, Vidita, everybody, and see you soon in some way. Bye bye.